from somewhere else, but this is where we found ourselves. Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Welcome to another edition of the local show here on GrassRoots Community Network. I'm Eric Scarvin, your host. Guys, thank you for joining us this week, where we are going to be all about the Aspen Valley Marathon. This is what bike racers do when they go through the finish, like that. And on that note, I've got our race director, Kat Adams, and event sponsor, Olivia Dane. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks, Eric.
And we're going to talk about some of the beautiful clothing you brought, Olivia, as one of the sponsors. But Kat, Aspen Valley Marathon is coming up here very quickly.
Yes, I know, and it's a little nerve-wracking. We're a couple of weeks out,
Yeah.
but we are confident we're going to have a beautiful and very well-attended race. We have only a few spaces left for the marathon and half and 5K.
No kidding.
So if you'd like to register, it's at aspenvalleymarathon.com. It's an incredible course. It starts up in Aspen for the fall, and we go down to Basalt. And we have a new finish line this year in Basalt, Riverside Park.
Nice.
And that's like right next to the river, downtown to Basalt Lions Park. And we have like, it really is like a very cool venue to have like a new stage, which is very modern looking. And it's like spherical, the shape of the park. So we're going to be running in the races from different directions. And it's going to end up like right by the river with champagne and catered.
Beautiful.
I have a DJ, May Selby, a really good friend of mine.
DJ Mayfly.
She's part of my Running Bunnies running group on Wednesday mornings. So I'm excited that she can be help us with our event. And then half marathon starts in Woody Creek and ends up also at the same park. And then our 5K, we've just changed the route because of the new park, which is going to be finished on the 12th of July, just in time for our event.
And our event's on July 15th.
So we literally
Saturday.
are going to be like one of the first events in this new incredible like location. And the town of Basalt have done an amazing job. The director of engineering, James Lind, has been an absolute godsend to me. And he's like gone above and beyond with the rerouting of the athletes and the safety, just getting people across the streets down by that four-way and like coming up with really innovative solutions to make our event really successful. And just basically, the community down there has really stood by us and like made us, want to keep returning. We'll be on our 12th half marathon and, 13th half and 12th full marathon.
That's amazing.
Incredible.
And it's really cool to see all the runners come out in the community and people travel from, both domestically and internationally to our event and enjoyed like the Rio Grande Trail. We're really lucky that we've managed to like secure permits through Pitkin County and open spaces and trails.
Yeah.
Because of like the high use of the trail and the temperatures, like I've been pushing to like start the race really early in the morning and out of Aspen so that we can just like enjoy the cooler temperatures and beautiful scenery before like a lot of the trail users come out, and enjoy the trail too.
Right.
And we stagger the starts. It's like 6 in Aspen for the full, and then a little later for the half and the 5K.
And it's a Boston
It's a Boston
qualifier, right? That's
exactly.
amazing, Kat.
Yeah, so we've
That's
had to like
amazing you've
remeasure
done
the
that.
course again because of the ending, but we've got that done. And my partner Sean Solan, he is also been very heavily involved in the last few weeks of just tweaking everything to make sure everything's perfect for the event. So we're like super excited, but there's been a ton of logistics that have gone into this. And we have our race volunteer director, Kylie, has been working really hard on getting a ton of people together, like the CrossFit gyms. There's a new gym in Aspen called Ajax,
Yep.
who is sponsoring one of the water stations. There is the track club at Basalt School. Aspen Brewery is coming out and sponsoring us. Aspen 82, the Aspen Daily News, David Cook has sponsored us. Clark's Market, Tom Clark has been super generous in helping our event. And essentially, a lot of people have put a lot of effort into this to make this happen. It's always very exciting to me as the race director to see people cross the finish line at the end, because of the amount of work that goes into it.
Right.
You kind of think, gosh, should I do this again? You know, with the amount of work it takes. And then at the
Yeah.
end, seeing people's faces. I mean, I'm a runner, so for me, it brings me a lot of joy to see, you know, the effort people put into their training and crossing the finish line at the end and enjoying what we have here in Aspen. It's a gift, you know, and also, you know, what we do is like we're giving back to, which we can talk about in a moment. But, you know, essentially having people enjoy what we've put out as an incredible course and taking people from Aspen to Basalt and checking out the beautiful Rio Grande Trail that we kind of take for granted as locals, but, you know.
But when people come from
But when
all
people
over,
come from-
even
and they
just
just
around
say,
Colorado,
you know,
they're
it's-
like,
Yeah.
wow, what a beautiful course. And it's neat as the MC, and I wanted to say it doesn't take a village. It takes a couple of villages.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
multiple jurisdictions and all this cooperation
Right.
and collaboration and partnerships. And then when you see people finish, I remember running the Canine Uphill, the only dog-friendly uphill, for 21 years.
Right.
And when you see those people finish and you see those smiles and you see those champagne toasts,
Right.
that's when it comes together, right? You're like,
Absolutely,
maybe
you
I
know.
will do this again, even though it's a ton
and
of
for
work.
us, like during COVID, like, you know, for the world during COVID, it was tough, but, you know, to not be able to run the race in 2020 for the first, you know,
Yeah.
not be able to do the race, and then the next year we postponed it to October. And, you know, people said, oh, it's really nice in the fall. But just logistically with, like, you know, having snow, the first snow on the ground, and, you know, being concerned about the bridges with ice on and things like
Yeah.
that, for us as, you know, people that organize the event, you want it to be safe. I mean, we, you know, run down a trail and it's incredible, but just essentially making sure that we have all those junctions covered. So we employ traffic marshals, and then we have like internal traffic marshals that we train as well to just ensure that like all the runners are safe, because, you know, we know when sometimes cars are crossing like these trails, you know, going up and down in a Woody Creek area, they're perhaps not paying attention and, you know, distracted. So we need to make sure everyone's kept safe. So, you know, most certainly there's, you know, a very serious element to ensuring that people are, you know, kept safe and while they're enjoying the run. So
And
We
then
always
all
have
they have to worry about their own demons, not the others, I
Right,
guess. as they're-
exactly.
Right. Well, I mean, it's like you think about the competitors; they just want to focus on their run and all that, and not necessarily their safety and life and
Right.
death. So yeah, of course, that core support is so critical.
It's so
You know,
critical,
the
and-
aid, the safety when you're crossing, like McLean Flat or W/J
yeah,
Hill,
and like Lower River
right in there.
Road and Arcerio.
It takes a lot of logistics and people.
Exactly,
to make that
and
happen.
Gerbar's Way, you know, and we've been talking to, you know, all of these volunteers that have been offering to give up their free time, and we're just super grateful that people want to come out and support our event, because even if you can't run, you should come out and cheer on the people that our athletes that are working really hard to get the result, or, you know, make the race happen, and just enjoy it. You know, it's fun to also, you know, feel supported when you're running down the trail. So
Right.
if you have the free time, please come out on the 15th of July and support these incredible athletes that are doing the run too.
So you know what that reminds me of, Kat and Olivia, is community.
Right.
Because when I recently held, now I'm done with Canine Uphill, but I do Trash Crush.
Right.
So that's my new volunteer event. But when you get together like that for a common cause, whether it's cleaning up litter or a running event,
Right.
and you meet with other people in the community, that's when you really feel that sense of community.
Yeah.
And I think that has a lot of value, don't you? I mean,
Absolutely,
can you
and
speak
it's
to the
so
sense of community?
interesting. You know, the year before last, I did New York, and it was just interesting because you think in a big city marathon, you're not going to get that community feel,
Right.
and even like in those pacing groups when you're running fast and with a bunch of people you've never met before, and the conversations, the dialogue you have, you know, and you're asking other people, why do you run? And, you know, how come you're here? And where are you from? What's your story? And, you know, you just discover there's so many other amazing, you know, humans around you doing the same thing, and they have so many different backgrounds and stories. And then, you know, you can really just connect, you know,
Right.
in those moments over the race, the moment you're in, and just the common, the share, you know, the common, you know, things in common that we have.
The
Running.
common challenge, yeah.
And
Navigating the pain cave, we like to say in
I
bike
just think it's
racing.
so interesting. I just think it's so interesting because, you know,
Spelunking.
kind of with the technological age, we can all become pretty like disconnected with each other,
Yeah.
and to
Definitely.
have
Exactly.
an event where it brings everybody together, and
Exactly.
and sport, of course. You know, I
Right.
just think it's a really beautiful thing when you can have a conversation, a few words with someone, and when you kind of see him, you know, perhaps not doing as well as you on the trail, and lift them up, and it's
Yeah.
just, I just think it's kind of heartwarming that
A lot.
people can enjoy it as much as I do.
A lot of community, a lot of camaraderie. And I want to just talk about the beauty of running, but we're going to take a quick break, rehydrate for some heavy talking, endurance talking, and interval conversation. You guys, think about that one. We're going to take a quick break, guys, using a little racing parlance there. Thank my summer underwriters who make this entire series happen, including today's show with Kat Adams and Olivia Dane. We've got Aspen Square, Haiti Children, Klug Properties, Picken County Solid Waste Center, Susie's Consignment Aspen, welcome to the show, Silver Peak Grill, one of our new summer underwriters, and our exclusive presenting sponsor, Wheeler Opera House, and near and dear to my heart, Sundog Athletics. We're going to go to our only break of the show, guys. We'll be back in just over 2 minutes with everything about local running, the Aspen Valley Marathon, new nanobionic technology. So don't go away.
Susie's Consignment in Aspen at 600 East Main. Same friendly faces, same great prices, and new items daily. See you at Susie's.
At the Wheeler Opera House, we set the stage for connections that create memories for our audiences, artists, and greater Aspen community. At the Wheeler Opera House, all are welcome. You're welcome to be a part of history.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Join the string beans in helping reduce food waste in our community.
Plan menus carefully and only buy what you need.
Collect unused scraps for compost.
Ask for smaller portions in restaurants.
Take home leftovers to eat later.
Donate unopened food to our food bank.
Let's work in concert to reduce food waste.
Providing exceptional service for over 50 years, Aspen Square features studio and larger condominiums for nightly rental with an ideal downtown Aspen location. They offer fully equipped kitchens, wood-burning fireplaces, and private balconies with full hotel-style services and gracious hospitality. Aspen Square is proud to support the local show. Chef-owned and operated and supported by a hard-working team behind the line, Silver Peak Grill is passionate about their food, service, and delivering quality. Expect quick serve, casual dining, in a clean, bright atmosphere with an outdoor patio with shade in the summer. Sundog Athletics, Aspen's Adventure Sports School, is your opportunity to experience Aspen's most amazing adventure locations and gain new skills to increase your safety, performance, and enjoyment while mountain biking, road biking, hiking, and paddling on Aspen's exclusive canoeing adventure.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Dr.
We're back
Strong.
here on the local show talking about racing behind the scenes, guys. This is so fun. And by the way, the tour kicks off on Saturday. That's my favorite annual event, the Tour de France.
Aw,
In biking, this is my favorite running event.
it better be.
Yeah,
But I want to
that's right.
talk about just the magic of running because our local running is so gorgeous. It's like
It's
drop dead
so
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
And Kat, I want to hear from you too, Olivia. But Kat, can you start just the magic of local running and the running opportunities we have in the valley?
I'm so lucky. I belong to 2 different running groups, and just like as a complete side comment, I actually went up this Saturday just gone, went up Hummingbird, and I just said to my coach Jen Mendes, I said, Jen, I don't have time to do this. I'm just going to do the Hunter Creek Loop. And we got closer and closer to Hummingbird, and I just said, I'll just pop up there. We'll just pop
just
up
a
there.
little farther, right?
We'll
Yeah,
just go a little further. And she just started laughing at me. But, it's hands down, we live in the most incredible place with this beautiful backdrop of the mountains, and that's really what inspired me to make this race happen. It was the conversation I had with a dear friend when we were out sailing, actually in New Zealand, and I just said to her, Stacey, I don't understand, why do we keep running, doing these group runs and going all over the world, you know, and we're raising money for Challenge Aspen, which I still do, and why do we keep going to other places when we have this amazing backdrop and we don't have an event in Aspen at the time, you know, when I started it, and that's really what like pushed me to want to do this, because sharing the magical, you know, backdrop with, you know, other people, getting people out and just enjoying this as a group, you know, and as an event. So.
And what about you, Olivia? I mean, you love running locally. I know you do multi-sport. You're a multi-sport athlete. We all are. But running, just speak to the joy and the beauty.
Well, you know, there's the joy and there's the agony. There's both. This isn't getting easier.
It's not all easy, but we wouldn't do it if it was, right?
You know, I've just always been a runner, and now maybe I would be mostly jogging. But ultimately, during you know, the shutdown of everything, how lucky were we? This was our backyard, and so I just kept going a little bit farther, a little bit farther, a little bit farther, and wound up doing a really wonderful race, the Power of 4. And it was definitely challenging physically, but I love sort of setting those goals and seeing what I can do. And some days are really easy days and some days are not. It's part of what sort of started this whole apparel line that I'm wearing right now, and Kat's wearing the jacket, and I'm so excited to be part of a running community because I don't just run, I ski, right? I live, I play tennis, I'm mom, I do all these things, and this apparel is coated in something called nanobionic, which you mentioned before the break. So it is an actual technology, a wellness wear, an FDA certified technology that coats the jackets and the tanks and that you see up here, the tank I'm wearing, these leggings, and it activates with your body's own energy. It activates infrared and therefore improves deep oxygenation circulation. So think muscle recovery, think better sleep, think help your, you know, with anxiety. But all of it was because I've always thought your energy is your currency. Like, you really only gain what you give. And I had that time when everything shut down as an artist, because that's what I do first. I'm a painter. I paint butterflies. I'm not like an uber athlete in my mind compared to the athletes in this valley. And I'm not a runner or an apparel designer.
Or a rocket scientist.
Or a rocket scientist, but I'm trying to play one on TV. So I got partnered with some guys who really are rocket scientists, the guys in Greece who have nanobionic technology, and I made this line, Live Bionic, and it's tanks and leggings and jackets that are literally FDA certified, and Tesla uses this technology, and NASA uses it for their astronauts so they don't lose their hands and feet on long voyages. And it was a way not to, I think I want to make some clothing and sell it, which, by the way, is a challenging field to be in for people who are even experienced in it. But it was a way to give wellness to people, because I feel like if you do one thing towards your own self-care and wellness, it just spreads, like the butterfly effect, like my butterfly paintings, you know, it just leads to more. And that's what I love about Kat doing this marathon in this valley, is that whether you're coming out to root on the runners and you get inspired seeing that, or whether you're running it to win it, or whether you're running it just to finish it, it brings people together and it brings their energy together, you know, and that's what we need.
Yeah, no doubt.
Anyway, don't get me started.
Well, there's a lot going on there, and there's a lot going on with well-being, because you're talking about, you know, the technology itself, increasing circulation, you know, which benefits us in many, many ways. You're talking about coming together as a community, you know, the running camaraderie when you're actually out on the course and you've got some people with you. There's camaraderie, there's support. You know, there's love. You know, there's a lot going on that's really, and there's also shorter events too, Kat. I don't know if we've talked about if someone doesn't want to run a full marathon or a half marathon,
which is amazing. Like, to start up in the Woody Creek area at W/J Ranch, it's actually where I live, and you know, we have the start line and it's beautiful. Like most of the time that we've had the race start there, we've had the balloons and the horizon of a snowmass. We have the quintessential snow-top mountains, and then we have this arch and all of the athletes lining up. And it's definitely a moment when I'm like, this is a great thing to do. And, you know, if you cannot, you know, or do not want to come out and run, and please support us and, you know, join our event by cheering people on if you can, or come and join us another year, or come down to the finish line, because it's so beautiful to see all these people get out of bed in the morning and put the effort into their run and be together, right? And just have a great party at the end. And then the biggest thing for me is that also we're giving back. So we're not just, you know, giving back to ourselves through looking after our well-being, but we're also raising money for the youth centre and Challenge Aspen. So it's, you know, it's essentially morphing out to a ripple effect to be something bigger, and other people are benefiting from this.
And if you're a woman in the race, you get one of the tanks. One of these.
Oh, very cool.
There's a yellow
Tanks.
one here
So
and
the
a black
female
one.
participants
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
the
that'll
marathon,
be-
the half marathon.
Yeah, Cocoon.
And what about the 5K?
Yep, and the 5K. So the
Okay.
Cocoon and Hive are one of our main sponsors. And
Cocoon and Hive, and that's your
that's Olivia's brand.
company.
And so they're gifting all of our athletes, the ladies, all of these tanks.
That's
which are
awesome.
beautiful.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm like super proud to have them as our kind of runner's gift. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that people will continue to wear them. And just really like coming out and being part of the race and educating people on this amazing technology is
Right.
I'm
there's so
grateful.
much
Thank
that
you
our
for doing
bodies
that.
can do. You bet. I'm honored to be a part of this race.
So it's basically heat activated. So even if the nanobionic, even if you're just standing there, but you're at 98.6 or 98.7 degrees, whatever our normal body temperature is, and you're not even running, it still will activate, right?
Right,
And
and-
increase circulation just by wearing the clothing.
Right, and
Correct?
deeper than, you know, more circulation than you get from compression, for instance.
Right.
It really is a cutting edge technology.
It's another
And
level,
You don't have to
yeah.
take my word for it. You could go to Nanobionic to read about these guys. They
Very
were
cool.
brilliant athletes in Greece, and they've
Very
won
cool.
so many awards now. And the fact that NASA's using it, I really think
Yeah.
that says a lot. But you can also
Very
go to
neat.
my website, cocoonandhive.com, and I think ultimately I'm fascinated with what we can do to improve our well-being ourselves. You know, I'm not opposed to people like taking supplements, right? Or, you know, and I take different, you know, things as I'm getting older. But what I was noticing is that it's not getting easier, this running thing. And
Right.
you know, don't take my word for it. Try it yourself. But my time's improved because my flexibility improved. So whether I'm wearing it to the grocery store or I even sleep in my tank, I know I'm doing something good for myself. So
Right.
you have the science of it that's improving your performance and your sleep and your well-being, but you also have that just knowing you are, which people will say that's half the battle sometimes, is just knowing I'm doing something good for myself, right?
Yeah, and as
Right.
we get older, you know, and honestly, our demographics as old as it's ever been in Pickens County. You know, our average age, I think, is late 50s now. But the point is I'm beyond that. You need every advantage if you want to really maximize the lifestyle. So what can I do from a
right.
diet standpoint? What can I do? Better training, train smarter, not harder.
Right, so
you know,
Live Bionic
technology. What
right, it helps
technology
people with
can I use?
Raynaud's.
That's fantastic.
So, I mean, you know how many women I've said, oh, yeah, I have Raynaud's. Oh, I have Raynaud's. Well, I
Yes.
do a lot of skiing, and you know this. So beyond the running, I'm just up in cold temperatures a lot,
Yeah,
and I would lose
it's a
my
huge
fingers.
point.
I have used these things heli skiing in Iceland. I've used it hiking the bowl. It's not that you're getting hot by wearing it. Your body is moving efficiently with its oxygenation, its
Right.
deep oxygenation and blood flow.
Right,
So
right.
I just think
Makes a lot of
It's
sense.
amazing.
I just am honored that Nanobionic partnered with me. Think like Gore-Tex,
Right.
Yeah.
Like your coat has Gore-Tex on it.
Right.
Now your coat has Nanobionic on it.
So
And the
beautiful as
ladies in
well.
the marathon and half marathon and 5K will get the tank with Nanobionic
So
on it.
is it just female apparel, or is it male apparel
Oh
as
my
well?
gosh, my guy
Are the
friends-
males on the way, or what?
The males are on the way.
On
and
the way.
my
So
guy
Next
friends-
year, so next year will be the males.
Yes, that's the goal. You know, I am just a little train that could. I'm doing this myself.
Right.
I'm funding this myself. And so moving forward, I have some investors who are interested in getting the male line going because it may be stereotype. I'm interested in my performance, but a lot of men are very much that kind of, you know, tech influenced, interested in their performance. And my guy friends are like, where's our base layer?
Right,
So
right.
yes, there should be men's apparel in the future.
Okay, we're down to just a minute. Kat, any other last minute things we should check? AspenValleyMarathon.com is the website for more.
It is, and it's fairly easy to find. One thing I would like to say is that I want to say thank you to Clark's Market for being incredible sponsors. I know Tom's opening a new store in Denver. He's probably there now or checking up on it. And
Garmin
as well have been incredible, and also Aspen Brewing Company have been our local sponsors, and the Daily News, and I know Slifer Real Estate are also going to be our sponsors this year too.
Cool.
So if anyone else would like to sponsor our race, we are about to get into production on our T-shirts, so please reach out to me and let me know if you would like to sponsor our race, and we'll see you on the 15th of July.
Very cool. I can't
Thank
wait.
you for having us.
As the MC every year, I love it.
Thank
I
you.
absolutely have the best time. One of the most favorite things I wanted to share is the kids coming through the line with their arms up in the air after
So
the 5K.
amazing.
Did you guys have fun on the show today?
Oh, thank you for
Oh my
having us.
gosh, yeah, thank you for having us. Kat, thank you
Here's
for...
the cookies I baked
I'm
for
gonna bring it
you.
to my children.
I knew that was a big reason you came. So there are your
Thank you.
cookies, you guys.
You're so sweet.
Thank
you for
two
having
so
us
much.
again.
It's
Yes,
been a
thank
pleasure.
Thank you, Olivia.
I can't
You
wait.
bet, we've got this. You're amazing,
Aspen Valley
Kat. This is
Marathon,
gonna be
July
great.
15th, AspenValleyMarathon.com. Thanks for watching this week on The Local Show. At the Wheeler Opera House, we set the stage for connections that create memories for our audiences, artists, and greater Aspen community. At the Wheeler Opera House, all are welcome. You're welcome to be a part of history.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Want to live like a local? Help us reduce food waste, a major contributor to climate change.
You can help in 3 simple ways.
Plan menus carefully and only buy what you need.
Collect unused scraps for compost.
Buy ugly fruits and vegetables.
Reduce food waste.
Live like a local.
Sundog Athletics, Aspen's Adventure Sports School, is your opportunity to experience Aspen's most amazing adventure locations and gain new skills to increase your safety, performance, and enjoyment while mountain biking, road biking, hiking, and paddling on Aspen's exclusive canoeing adventure.
Welcome to